Hi, I think I'm live on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I am. I know I'm live on TikTok now. Just hopefully. Just got to try and find my live. If you haven't seen already, the worksheet for this is on the Facebook group. Hi Ben. I haven't put it in the blog yet. It's been quite busy, so yeah, I haven't had a chance to put it on the blog yet, but it is in the Facebook group, so you get the line work and you get the reference photo. But I'm going to be doing it slightly different because I am just going to use whatever colours I've currently got out. I don't really want to rummage around to try and find new colours. So yeah, I'm just going to go with whatever I've got on my desk, which is a multitude of hi Kaka, which are various colours of what I've used on previous live feeds. So they're going to be a bit of a mishmash. So mine isn't necessarily going to look like the reference. I think the reference is green, red, and then there's green and red gems. So that's the basis of the colours anyway, your sort of traditional colours. There we go. So yeah, all I'm going to do is just literally use what I have to hand, which is just like this lot. So there's a few Christmassy selections, so I might just go down the route of green and blue, I don't know, but yeah, so I'm not particularly gonna worry, and I've said this to the guys on the Facebook group, I'm not looking for exact colour representation. The point of this live feed is just have a draw along, have a chit chat, and to go through any techniques that might be new to you, or if you've got any questions, yeah, anything like that. So I'm hoping, I have explained that I've started earlier than normal on my Facebook group, but I don't know if people are going to be getting here earlier. So what I might do is I might just make a start, to be honest. I don't know if I keep freezing on TikTok. But yeah, I don't really know what colours I'm going to do. I haven't actually left myself a lot of leeway, if that makes sense, because as I say, I thought I would just use whatever is on my desk. So hey Kim, it seems to be really juddery. I don't know if it's my connection. I don't think it is. I think I've got roughly the right colours to make a gold crown. I thought I might make gold with the blue. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to attempt to do whatever I can with whatever colours I've got on my desk. Eraser would help. It's quite a useful tool, but apparently I don't have to hand, so I don't know what I have done with my erasers. That's not a good start. In fact, I can't see any of them. I'll have to use that one. Most of the lives are inaccessible. Oh, really? Oh, I chose a good day to do a live feed then. So I'm going to attempt to gold with whatever colours I've got here. So the first thing I've put down is just a yellow. And then I need to move my sharpener, though it's going to be really, really loud, so it's right next to the microphone on YouTube. I'm just using, it was called Light Flesh, but it's not called Light Flesh anymore. Oh. Well, let's hope it sorts itself out then. It's like drawing the top of a walnut whip. Yeah, it's I'm early as well. I'm normally 8 o'clock. But I did say in the Facebook group that I would be early, but not everyone's going to have seen that. I need my Caput Mortem. I'm hoping this one won't take long to do because it's not very big. So I'm just going to use Caput Mortem to do the shadow on the very bottom. Please, if you can, avoid using gel pens. I'd like you to try and learn to do the highlights by doing negative space and not by using gel pens. Let's zoom you in a bit on YouTube so you can see. There you go. They've been funny all day because I haven't actually had a chance to go live yet today, and I was hoping to go live earlier, and I never got the chance, so we were busy rescuing a bird, and everyone was off again today, so yeah, it's been a hectic day. You know, we were literally cleaning out the guinea pigs, and you sort of just heard Amelie going, Mum, one of the cats have brought a bird in. Oh. And apparently they're on the amber list in the UK, so because I put it on the side of the fence just to see, I thought it was the easiest way for none of our cats to get to him again. Yeah, so from what I understand, because we took it to Folly Wildlife, which is a wildlife place near us. I don't know why it says the live stream's up and coming. It's definitely playing live now. And sorry, 2 seconds, distracting myself now. I'm just trying to get it onto my page. Yeah, so it looks like one of the cats brought them in, but from what I understand, the bird had already broken a wing, and that's how the cat actually got hold of it. He was probably already on the ground, and he was very thin, so he obviously hadn't eaten very well, so the broken wing was probably like that for a couple of days. So obviously one of the cats found him weak and feeble, decided to bring him in the house, and yeah, it's called a redwing, which is normally a resident in Scotland, and they come down for the winter, and that's normally when we see them, but they're never ever in people's gardens, really. And we've got woodland behind us, so we're assuming that's where it come from. Anyway, I put it on the fence. It sort of tried to fly down and then just sat there, and then we read up about it. I thought, oh, crap, we should have actually taken it, because now we know it's on the amber list. Anyway, I managed to get hold of next door, go into her garden and grab him again, and we took him off to the Folly Wildlife. My teacher keeps trying to buy my sketchbook. How do I make him stop asking? I've already said no. Tell him you'll sell him a photocopy. Hi Gary. Apparently there's an issue with TikTok anyway. Yeah, and apparently that's the second one they've had, so... But we do have buzzards around here, and I know that buzzards can attack other birds. So I don't know if that's what's happened. I don't know, but... Well, like you say, if you don't want to sell the original, don't sell it. I'm just using a warm grey at the moment. Warm grey is actually one of the good colours for doing shadows on gold. Or ask for an extortionate amount and then he might stop asking. You never know. Very good compliment though. You probably didn't hear at the beginning, Gary, but I'm not going with the colours that are on the reference, because I haven't had time to pull out all the pencils I need. I'm literally just going to use whatever I have on my desk and in my pencil case at the same time. So if you don't have to stick to the colours of the reference. This is more about answering questions and going through techniques to make things look 3D. More than anything else. Apparently I've run out of 9x12 paper, so I now have to find somewhere that's selling that. So I've just had to cut an 11x14 piece of paper down. $50 for the whole sketchbook? No, definitely not. That wouldn't pay for one drawing, surely. But I'm quite happy with the top bit, I think. Yeah, I was a bit... I didn't want to hit it too early tonight, but I knew I needed to go earlier. I couldn't finish too late tonight, which is why I wanted to start a bit earlier. And the joy of YouTube, of course, is you can just sit back and watch it whenever you want. So you haven't got to panic too much in that sense. Oh, there it is. I don't know what the guinea pig's doing in there, but it sounds like they're ripping their cage apart. Right, so I'm going to do, because blue seems to be the colour that I have the most of out at the moment, I'm going to do like his jacket, shoulders and chest in the blue. So start off with our light. And then he's got a gold stripe that goes up through the middle. Oh, cool beans, thank you. There's a little stripe you can see on the other side. Like so. If you have got Facebook and you're not already in the group, it is worth coming and joining the Facebook group because the line work and the reference photos are all supplied in there. I normally add it onto my blog, but as I say, I haven't had time today. Oh, bless you, I'm sorry. How old was he? Was it an age thing? My children are absolutely... Hi, Sam. I love nutcrackers. They are my most favourite seasonal decorative item. I don't know what it is about nutcrackers. Nutcrackers and gonks. I just adore them. It is Benita Doodles Creatives on Facebook. So if you put in Benita Doodles Creatives, it should come up. Okay, where's my grey? I can't tell whether my YouTube has replicated the information. I need to check after the live feed, but there is normally all the links to everything in the description box on YouTube. Hi, Steph. Oh, great. Oh, did they get to you all okay? I hope you like them. So again, we're just aiming at getting shadow nearer the top. We don't want to do too much with that gold, to be honest. Yay, that's cool. Quite a long way for them to travel, isn't it, really? That's that one, isn't it? I don't quite know why you're in an extender. No worries. Okay. So it's darkest at the back. It's always so weird sitting here with no music on. You want it dark enough that you can just see that little tiny line of gold just here. You'll see it come up a bit more when we do the front crown. Okay, no worries. And I'm still going to try and aim for the wood effect on his hands and his face. Because I still think it's important to get that on there. So I was going to leave him a neutral colour or whatever colour I've got on my desk at the time. camera's doing stupid things on TikTok, sorry. Right, it's like a light patch hitting the front here, so we'll leave that as negative space. I want a giant nutcracker for one Christmas. I don't know when I'm going to be able to, but I just want a giant one that will just happily live on my sitting room floor and just be ginormous. I don't know if it's because of their shape or the way that they stand so proud. I don't know what it is, but I just think they're divine. I'm going to go for the darker blue again. Hi Joanne, how are you doing? How's Kitty? Oh, okay. It's probably not added that in. I'll have to add it in afterwards. And it's actually quite light this side, so there's no point in me doing a huge amount on that side. Just blend it out a bit. Did you enjoy the Procreate tutorial? Hi Ark. I think I'll just take notes this time and do off live. Everything is everywhere. Oh, bless you. Sorry. I have a really bad habit of being completely unorganised myself. I apologise in advance because that doesn't help any of you lot. So, yeah, I don't really help you guys in that sense, do I? But you lot know how unorganised I am. Honestly, like this whole week with everyone being at home all the time, it's just completely thrown me out of any plans or sort of brain function I had. It's just completely thrown a spanner in the works. Hey, we're just doing a bit of a draw along for a Nutcracker. So just going through ways that we can make him look really 3D. Oh, I bet he is, bless him. How many decks end up on the floor? I remember our first Christmas, we had the challenge of keeping our chinchillas out of the tree. Or chinchilla, as we only had one at the time. Hey, board. Okay, so I'm going to leave his back of the hat like that for the moment until we do the front. And we'll attempt to do the front gold. I don't know if I want to. Let's do it gold. I haven't got to think too much then. Oh man, our chinchillas ate everything. I don't know how many telephone cables we ended up replacing. Our pot plants. But yeah, Christmas trees. We'd quite often find him in the top of the Christmas tree. What are you watching, bored? So I'm just going to get a yellow base down because it's, as I say, I am just literally using whatever I've got on my desk. Hey, I like Fraggle Rock. That was always one of my favourites. Everyone's going tomorrow, everyone's going back to work, everyone's going back to school. I'm going to get home from school, I'm going to make a cup of coffee, and I'm not going to move from the sofa for at least an hour and just enjoy the peace and quiet. Hi Emily. Can you name a dog breed for an edit? A cockapoo. Is it the first time you've seen it? Just putting less pressure on here as we come around the front. What on earth is a cockapoo? It's a poodle cross a, oh my god, what are they called? Cocker spaniel. Welcome back, Ben. Okay, it looks a bit out of focus on YouTube for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's because the ISO is quite high. It always mucks about with that. Yeah, you can turn it back on, can't you? There's a nice crunch of the neck there. I will have some videos going up on YouTube soon. They're more review videos than they are tutorial videos. But I got sent some product from Stabilo. And I still don't know how to pronounce their name. Zenix Labs? Zenix Labs? I have no idea. But yeah, I've done a video on that, so I've got to edit all that. So that'll be coming up. I heard that crunch. Oh, did you? I was hoping for a quiet night, but got a coughing Cara. Oh no. I'm just using, I'm trying to think what the name is for light flesh now. I want to say salmon. I think it's salmon. Because they don't call it light flesh anymore. So that just tones the yellow slightly and gives it more of that orange hint that gold has. Yeah, he's just popping the computer on to play a bit of Warcraft. I'm going to go lightly with, this is warm grey that I'm using, because warm grey, it has a browny tint to it anyway, so it's great for doing shadows on gold. I think a lot of people make the mistake when they start using coloured pencils that to make a darker version of what they're doing, or the shadow at least on what they're doing, they'll just use a darker version of, like if it's orange, they'll use a deep red. And that's not always the case. You need something to just tone it all down. Definitely variations. I mean, shadow effectively is no light, and no light doesn't have colour, so you know, you're not going to have so much in the way of vibrancy in the colour. Try to see what way round that goes. It goes that way, I think. I only use pencils for blending, so I'll use a lighter version or even a darker version of the colour that I've been using. I'm right for coffee at the moment.
Okay.
So I could probably get away with cinnamon, but I can't be bothered to try and find it in my drawer. So I literally just want to use whatever I've got to hand. Hi Leslie. Light flesh is very much like cinnamon. Okay, salmon might be medium flesh then. No, cinnamon's medium flesh. Cinnamon's medium flesh. So that's light flesh, that's medium flesh. Light flesh, I'm pretty sure they called salmon, but no, salmon's pink here. Oranger, isn't it? Oh, what did they rename? Like, I should know this. I'm really annoyed at myself that I don't know it. Oh, that's so naughty of me. I'm sure it's salmon. Really? I don't remember it being beige. I need to Google it now, sorry. Light flesh. Poly. Somebody's answered it in TikTok and I haven't seen. Light flesh is beige red, thank you. So it is beige, but beige red. I should have remembered that. So it's beige red, cinnamon. So what's dark? What was dark flesh? I can't remember what that is. The difficulty is for years I was using the original colours and it really wasn't that long ago they changed it. I do. I've got 3 of the things. I've got 3 light flesh still. As you can tell, I try and avoid people as much as I can. Coral. Yes, I think you're right, actually. I was going to check my own YouTube videos because the variations are on there. I'm being so lazy by not getting any more colours out of my drawer. I mean, they must have changed 3 years ago. In fact, I don't think I've purchased any under the new name apart from Coral. Bought some glass ink pens. Oh, they're so pretty, aren't they? I'm just making this up with whatever the hell I've got on my desk right now. I've never had to replace any of the new luminance either because I've never got through, although I am running low on, no, I lied, the pink white I have had to replace, but that's sort of all. I don't like it when they change the names. No, it was a pain. I understand why they changed the names, but yeah, it's a pain when you're used to having them that name. Sorry if that made anybody jump. The microphone isn't too far from the pencil sharpener. It's funny how muddy gold can look when you start sort of colouring it and seeing all the different tones that you have in there. That needs to be oranger up there. I'm trying to see what I've got on my desk that I can get away with. Works. I don't know what I'm going to do with this face. I think I've got the right colours to get it looking woody at least. Thank you. I really wasn't sure what I was going to do, which again is half the reason why I am completely unorganised. Because Board has been asking about doing a gingerbread house. And as much as I love the idea, I haven't fallen in love with the picture to do yet. And I thought, well, maybe do a gingerbread cookie. Had a look today. Must have spent a good 40 minutes just looking at reference photos, and I just wasn't feeling any of it. And then I saw like a hot chocolate and a little cookie. I thought I quite like that. And then I saw the Nutcracker, and I thought, oh, I quite like that too. And then I just put the vote to the admin group. Only one person voted, so that made life easy. There's quite a lot of detail in the Nutcracker. That's not blending out. I don't know what I've done with my erasers. I don't know where they've gone. They'll be under this pile of... No, they're not under my pile of rubbish. One there. Oh, there's one there. Oh, I put them away. I was being efficient. What on earth? Hi, Georgina. Dark flesh is salmon. Oh, I knew there was a salmon in there somewhere. Right, that line's annoying me a little bit. That a bit. Oh, I've got something to show you guys. Are you logged in yet, babe? Are you in? Are you in? You out? Could you grab my fleeting from the windowsill, please?
Which windowsill?
Yeah, above the sink. Yarp. That's all right. No, I said in the group it would be between 7:30 and 8. It's fine though. It's not a problem. Thank you. Hey, Evie. So I asked my bestie to, there's going to be another one she's going to have a go at making, and this is the lady who I did the video for, Maggie, and I asked if she could make me one of my fleetings because I want to turn them into a product that is something you can handle, and it's actually really quite nice. So this is a mock-up for me to then make a mould from, but I'll just show you guys on YouTube first. How cool is he? So cute. Feels like soapstone. But I've asked if I can have one that's maybe a bit more 3D, a bit more rounded. So we're going to have a bit of a play. But it feels really nice in the hand, because if you're somebody who fidgets a lot and you want something in your pocket and you just want to, you know, like that, I would push on the sharp end because that stops me from picking my fingers. Could we do a digital gingerbread house? I'm just looking at this new art app. What art app's that? Yeah, the plan is to make them in the same colour as Tourette's, epilepsy, all that sort of along those lines. Right, so the stone is red. There's a big highlight on the top there, so we're going to leave that as negative space. And then I'm going to go in with my dark indigo. Yeah, not too bad. How have you been? I wonder if I've got a darker version of that out, but I don't think I have. Oh, okay. Right, this one's green, but I don't know if I want to do green. Or I will do green for the sake of it. Thank you, Gary. Right, so again, any highlights we're going to leave. So there's a highlight on this side, so we're just going to leave that as negative space. I'm just going to put the first layer down. We've got a lighter, but it's not a full highlight there. And the middle is very dark. So my darkest green. We'll just do that on the top side. And then everything above that. And then this side as well. Oh, it keeps cracking. Just blend that with our lighter green. And then the very top I'm just going to go over with our dark indigo. Can't see very well. The light's hitting in such a horrible place on my work. I really can't see particularly well. Nothing major, lovely. Haven't got my glasses on, which is doing me no favours either. So any reason you decided to go for Ibis rather than something like Photoshop? Just going to darken here because at the minute it looks like the crown is bulging in towards the gem. And although it does look a little bit like that on the reference, it's not looking quite as much as it is on my image. So I'm just going to darken underneath. Similar to Procreate. Yeah, we'll see how we're doing for time, because if I don't get this one done today, I'll continue it next week. But when we cut the live off at 10 on YouTube, I can probably do maybe another hour. So if you have found a reference picture you want to have a go at, you're going to need to pop me over a message. Do the top ball. Is this desk annoying you yet? Because it's annoying me. So how many of you are actually ready for Christmas? Because I'm not. In fact, I have not done a single piece of Christmas shopping yet. Yeah, if you find a decent reference for a gingerbread house, we can have a play about with that. Just having a drink. Okay, I need my dark indigo. I might use my other dark indigo because the lead on this one keeps splitting down the middle. Most men are less organised than women anyway, aren't they, when it comes to Christmas shopping? Oh wow, so his birthday's really close. We were just really going to do the kids' cash on that anyway, and because they haven't been at school, I've not been able to ring the appropriate people I need to ring to get sorted out Amelie's present. I swear my neck is just cracking for the sake of it. Yeah, that's our problem. The kids are at that age now as well where I'd rather just give them money and they can choose what they want. Your birthday's on Sunday. Ah, another year younger. I think I can afford to go a bit darker at the back here. Hey Paul, hi Lance. Better than I was, yes. How are you? this this cutoff is way off. I don't know what I've done there, but that is completely wrong, that cutoff. That cutoff is supposed to be up here, which might be why that gem looks like it's sitting funny. The grey again, don't I? It is really hard. I really did struggle. So it wasn't through lack of trying. I did struggle to find a really good one. I need my slice tool. What did I do with it? Just bring back a tiny highlight line there. I think that's better. I've died. Okay, my camera has stopped. Why have you stopped? Please don't do this to me. What's happening? Okay, I've lost camera on YouTube. Hang on. We're back. We're back, I think. Just wait for the live feed to catch up. We're back. Right, okay. Yeah, I think the webcam was still working. It was just the main cam. It seemed to stop for some reason. Lost my reference again now. The gold's turned out a bit better than I thought it was going to, if I'm honest. I think it's quite nice that you can tell it's still wood. It's still, oh my goodness gracious. It still seems to have kept its texture. Hi, Erica. Flush. Just going to blend that out. We need to keep this bit fairly light, so we don't want to put too much over this bit. The colour I'm using in the luminance right now is burnt oak 10%. Got some orange colour happening. Yeah, I did think, but then actually when you look how fine the details are, you wouldn't have got away with normal alcohol markers. I think you would have had to have used fine tip markers. I think you would have struggled with these, just the simple size of the details. If you work on a bigger canvas, then it'd be fine, but it had crossed my mind to do a marker base, and then I thought actually it is quite small. Trying to get it where it's nice and dark behind where that blue comes down, so it pushes that back and then the bulge of the crown forward. Sorry, it's going to be a really quiet live feed tonight. Is IBIS a free program? I thought that was a paid for one, wasn't it? I know that when I was looking for Procreate alternatives, I'm pretty sure IBIS came up. Orange on there, I think. Oh, okay. But I guess you pay to unlock all that if you wanted to. These little balls are very finicky. Currently waiting for Erica to come out of the woodwork with that one. Well, everyone's been at home again today, so I was a little bit thrown out, but we cleaned the guinea pig hutch. In the middle of doing that, my cat brought in an endangered species bird, so we rescued that, and hubby took that to Wildlife Folly. And that's about as exciting as our day has got today. Managed to get Ams to do some of her remote learning. Still don't know how I managed it, but I did. Okay, did you vote for him because you thought he was going to be easier? Because that really did go through my head. I thought he's thinking that this is going to be easier than hot chocolate. I thought he doesn't realise how tricky actually this is going to be compared to doing hot chocolate and a gingerbread man. He had a boring day. Did you do a live? Yeah, so they pretty much just send the work that they want done through the phone, and we obviously print it off, and then she does it at home, and I then send photos of the work that's been done. Whereas Maddox does it all through his iPad. So they send it all through the iPad and he does it directly on there. So we can blame Gary. Yes, you can blame Gary. He is the one that chose the Nutcracker. And like I said, as soon as he chose it, I thought he's done that because he thinks it's going to be easier than the other one. Then when I was sitting there doing the line work, I was thinking, he's going to regret that decision. Look, if you can't push yourself, then what is the point? It is tricky. Just make sure you have nice sharp pencils. And just take your time over it. And you don't have to do tons and tons and tons of blending, otherwise I think you could get this quite muddy quite quickly if you're not careful. Kim's laughing at you now, Gary. I want to darken that, but I don't want to go too dark. This morning and the afternoon, 2 hours at a time, and again no one came in. Well, apparently there were issues with lights today which I didn't know about. Almost done on the crown bit, I think. We'll get the gems done. Yeah, lives aren't, they're not the easiest things to do. I know they look, obviously you go through some people's lives and they've got thousands of people, but quite honestly, I've been on some lives where they're just trying to live their best and they've just been absolutely hammered by whoever's watching it, and it's heartbreaking. I need to do a bit more blendy blend. Bring that down a bit further on this side because it looks like that highlight really is only sort of here. Bring that across a little bit, I think. Yeah, I'll have a drink, please, Leslie. As you offered so nicely. It's funny, isn't it, how you can get, when you think about the crown that we did on the doggo, and the shine it had on it compared to this one, which definitely has a wooden texture about it. I just think it's particularly worked quite well. Can I have, what do I fancy? I quite fancy a Fruity Pims. I haven't had one of them for ages. Or a Perno and Black. I haven't had one of them in ages either. Oh, I might have to get some of that for Christmas. That's still annoying me though. It does look like the reference, but it is irritating me a bit. But it is what it is. Sending it over right now, thank you. The wrong colour, but I'll imagine it's Perno and Black. Right, to blend, I'm going to use the luminance just to blend that a bit, just to smooth it all up a bit. Right, so we need to do a green gem and then another red gem. So that's sort of not too dissimilar to that side really. Dark green, where did you go? There it is. So again on the top facet, it's really, really dark. We've got a dark patch just next to that reflection. And then all down the side there. And we've got a little one there. And a little one just there. Trust the process, he says, before attempting it himself. Again, it's entirely your fault, Gary. It's funny how easily it can trick us into thinking that it's the easy option. And that's annoying because, again, it is in the reference. That line is off centre to the gem. It's like I want to twist that centre in the head, but it's offline on the reference. But that's really going to grate on me. Oh, ignore it. You have to ignore it. You have to ignore it. Ignore it. Ignore it. Little, I might use blue actually, just across there. Sometimes comments get muted out for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, let's do the final red gem and be really irritated for the fact that it is not in the middle. And we'll go straight in with Caput Mortem for the middle, the top facet in the middle. So that's nice and dark. But trying to do facets at this size is ridiculous. So we've got a dark section there. Dark section there. Just going to do all the dark sections first. That goes up and around. We've got a dark section there. Do a light layer over the whole thing. I'm going to blend that with my white. And then I can go over it again now. Sometimes comments, for some reason, they get hidden, so you can't always see them. I don't know why. See anything. It's so tiny. And the shape's all yuck as well. I'm going to use my dark indigo just on the very darkest sections. Yes. Yes, that thought went through my head too. I went, you little, yeah. And I nearly went, do you know what? I'm probably not going to bother doing the ribbon. And I nearly went, actually, do you know what? I don't want to do the Nutcracker. But I'm going down the painful route so you can see that it is doable. There was no denying that when you said Nutcracker, I was like, crap, why did I even give him the choice in the first place? So it's my fault, really, for giving you the option. Just want to brighten that up a bit, so I'm just going to rub it out. There we go. I love The Outsiders, amazing film. Okay, so he's got red around the rim of the crown, but we've done blue, so that's what I'm going to continue doing. And then there's ribbon in the middle, which I'm not happy about doing, because it's such a small scale. I mean, when I tell you scale, that's it compared to my little finger. Do you know what, actually, Erica? I nearly suggested pencils. I saw snowflake, and I thought, what if we did a snowflake on dark pastel mat? I think this is definitely going to be a double live feed. Seeing as that bit's taken the best part of an hour just to do the crown. Right, so we need to leave a few shine spots on here. So again, just leave them as negative space, and if they need to be brighter, you can come back and either use an eraser or slice tool. Every time I turn my head, my neck cracks. Underneath we can keep quite dark. I'm going to bring it in dark indigo. I don't know whether that might be a bit too dark, but we'll try it against where the ribbon sits. That's okay, I think. Where did we see the giant nutcracker, John? He's got his headphones in. I don't know if he's going to hear me. Can't think where we saw it. Oh, there's, you know, those cheapy Christmas shops that open up. It was in one of those. Really like that. I have to look at my reference, Ninny Noo. God, that's such a thing to say, isn't it? It hurts when I do this. Well, don't do that then. Gold is also about not using just yellow. I think, again, it is quite a common mistake when people have a go at doing gold. Gold is actually made up a lot of greens and greys, and very few yellows can actually be used in gold to really get it effective. I do not know how I am going to do this ribbon. I am not looking forward to it. So we're in this journey together. So I'm going to avoid the ribbon for now and do the bottom part. And then we can do the ribbon. I might just go straight in with the shadow. Oh, is that on now, is it? I have to do that on catch up. See you later, lovely. You are banned from using any of your metallic Faber Castell pencils. Gold does not equal gold when you draw it. It really doesn't. In fact, try it and you'll see probably exactly what I mean. If you draw using, like if you draw using a metallic gold pen, it's very flat, isn't it? You don't get any 3D-ness to it. 3D-ness, apparently that's a word now. And it's exactly the same when you use the metallic pencils. They don't do anything in a sense, because it's just one flat colour. And gold isn't like that. Gold is a smorgasbord of colours. No depth, absolutely. I don't know why they put them in. I mean, neon colours would be so much better. I'll probably be on TikTok when you pop back in. Okay, so how I think I would do the ribbon effect is, I think, how I would tackle it. I might go really quiet because this is where I do struggle to think and process at the same time. So apologies if I do go quiet, which I will. I know I will. Right, base down of yellow. notice that gem's not quite right on the top. Base of yellow. Blend that. Tone the yellow down. And then there's basically, I'm going to have to get this sharper out and I'm going to put my glasses on, I think. Glasses are going on and they're probably really grubby too. They just literally sit in here until I need them. Don't really wear them. Right. Oh look, I can see. Wow. Doesn't that look bad? Okay. So top, bottom, top, bottom. Oh my god. Top, bottom. Top. I think that will work. So I think I'm going to go straight in with Payne's Grey. See, so I've got Payne's Grey, Warm Grey, Payne's Grey, Payne's Grey. That's top and bottom, I think, pretty much. And then we're gonna do some dotty, liney, scratchy, I don't know. I wish my brain would function. In my hand already. So burnt ochre, do shadow on each. It's dedication for you, this is. I think I probably could have got away with using the cap at mortem. I am going to have a go with the cap at mortem, I think. I'm hoping the slice tool is going to create the white, fingers crossed. Just looks like I'm currently drawing smiley faces. And snapping. Well, the trouble is they're just blooming reading glasses, aren't they? So they're just magnifying what I've got in front of me. They're no good for when I have to look at the computer. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work, but... I don't think it's enough wax down, but we'll give it a go. No, I can't even read the text. I need to buy a new blade for my sharpener. It keeps sharpening them in such a weird way that they're snapping really easily. Thank you. There is a lot more detail I could put in, but I don't think I physically have the space. I did think about it. There, look, it's completely doing something. I don't know if you can buy... I don't think I've got a blunt. I want a 4H2H, that'll do. I do have a teeny tiny ball. I have this one, which is the teeny tiniest ball of them all. Can you see that? Come on, focus. There you go. Teeny, teeny, tiny. So it could possibly have worked. I'm definitely going to indent the beard and the hair. It is tiny, yeah. And honestly, I think I'm going to leave the ribbon like this. I don't think I want to do too much more to it because... I mean, it doesn't look anything like the reference, but I do still think it does look like the effect of ribbon, I think. If I was doing this on a larger scale, it would have been a whole different story, but... Now we've got to try and do the wood effect face. It's an indenting tool, so you'll see when I come to do the hair. And I need... I'm going to use a bit of cut off lino, which I have left over from the office floor. But you can use like a bit of card folded up a few times, a bit of paper folded up a few times. And then we lay it underneath where we're going to go. And I'm going to use the ball tool because we don't need anything this small yet. So I'm going to use the smallest end of my ball tool, which I think is that one. And I don't need masses of detail in here at all really, but I just want to put the odd, because it's mostly going to be grey, so in fact I might put some tiny ones in. Don't forget you can use the edge of a mechanical pencil as well. So when we then come to colour over, which I will do in a grey because his hair isn't technically white. I need to get rid of some of that blue. Don't know how well it's going to show up on camera. Don't know how well you're going to see that. Hopefully you can see that. But it doesn't allow you to fill in the space that you've indented. So it's a really good way of doing whiskers and beards and eyebrow highlights, and just, you know, if you dotted it, it's great for dogs' noses and stuff. I'm going to use a bit of blue on him. Blend that out with my lightest grey, cold grey one. Thank you. Just going to blend over the whole lot. If you don't want it looking that white, you can literally just push your tip of the pencil into the ridges to darken them up. So if you didn't want them bright white, but you wanted them a different colour, but still quite pale. And I'd still go over with an eraser anyway, just to soften it up, make it look a bit more fluffy. Hi Will, we are attempting to do a realistic wooden nutcracker. So I'm just going to go over with the eraser. That just helps soften it all up a bit. And I'm going to go in with Payne's Grey, I think. Payne's Grey, where did you go? Oh, that's what broke, wasn't it? Not on my screen, might be on yours. Oh, nope, keeps breaking it. Oh, I think that's a Payne Grey. Thank you. Probably won't be finished till next week now, because we'll be doing it on the YouTube live feed as well. So If I don't get it finished tonight, which I won't, I'll do it on Wednesday next week. Going to blend over with white, soften it all up. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with how he looks. I've added a bit more detail than there is in the reference, but I actually quite like it like that. So next thing then I guess is to try and make his head look like the wood grain. I haven't had a chance to start, my darling. It's been a bit of a nightmare. So I have a to-do list. Because I've got a digital commission to do as well as the rainbow commission, so I need to get them started, but I've got some orders to pack. Honestly, I don't know what's going on, to be fair. Hubby's off this weekend, so I think I am going to have to lock myself away in the office and get some work done, because the last 3 days have just been completely thrown out the window. So right, we're quite apricot-y on... Oh, it's so weird when you take them off. Do I have apricot to hand? No, but I do have a luminance version. Possibly. That'll do. Don't tell me that's... I've just done all that and there's literally one sat on top. Yeah, it seems to be a bit better today. So they're going to do a... it's not a test as what it is. They're going to get him loading and unloading some totes before he starts work tomorrow, just to make sure that it's safe for him to return, because he did that before and he went back too early. Right, I'm pretty sure this is apricot. Yeah, I'm in the UK, in Kent. The Garden of England, they call it. Making his nose 3D is going to be quite fun to do. I'm using Bristol board. No, yes. What am I using? Strathmore. 300 series Bristol board smooth. Paper is very much a personal choice. I personally don't like textured paper unless I'm using pastels. To get rid of the blue that's on the eyebrows. The questions on you, if you don't on YouTube, questions on YouTube, lovely. Okay, so he's got little pink rosy cheeks. So we'll add that in because then I can blend over the top to soften that out. And then I think a warm grey would be best to start getting the wood grain effect happening. I'm just starting off quite lightly because it's better to build up. Got a bit that goes above the eyebrow there. You want to keep it quite subtle, I think, looking at the reference photo. You don't want to go too heavy. Right, so I need to figure out what I'm going to use to... I think this is Bistre. Don't know. It's a Pablo colour. Bistre. Oh, makes a huge difference. What paper were you using? It's crazy how much the paper can affect the outcome and your methods too. Right, we're gonna use our moustache and our eyebrows to gauge how much darker we need to go on the wooden face, because in the reference it's very bright, which means the contrast between the wood and the white is actually quite strong, which means that we need to go relatively dark on the face. So I think I'm going to use burnt ochre. A bit stronger on the cheek as well, I think. I've done my cheek too high, but it's not a problem. Always going to use apricot to blend out. That's our base colour, so that's what we're going to blend with. I would use buff titanium if we're going to blend out any light areas. If you want to light it up, use buff titanium, I think. Oh, his moustache actually comes round a bit more. I've cut it off too early. There we go. Oh, yes. Handsome moustache. I think it looks quite woody already, actually. I think we've already got a really nice effect happening there. Hey! Thank you. How are you? I never, Niam? I always think I'm going to get it wrong. And I probably have, so I apologise. Yeah, I think he's looking quite woody. So far it's coming out okay. So there's like a tiny shadow line underneath that eyebrow because the eyebrow's a sticker. So we're just going to put a little shadow line underneath. Not too heavy. There's one there. And then there's one under here as well. He's got cap at mortem under his nose, I think. I think we can get away with that under there. Because his nose seems to be a bit pinker than the rest. So I'm just going to do a little bit cap at mortem. That was good English. We're going to go straight up, do the top of his nose, just get that filled in. Blend out underneath his nose. And then his little nose is casting a shadow. What I want to do is I want to blend with Buff Titanium. Your pink white, I think. Yeah. Buff Titanium. So the very front here is quite pale. I'm trying to think what the other colour is I can use. It needs to be my medium flash just to thank you, Kim. So we've got a little bit, if I'm going to be really pernickety, need to draw in a bit of a line here because there's like a little indent where you can see it's been carved. A bit of, and then there's shadow here as well, which we'll put in. I really am not finding this particularly easy, just for the sheer scale of the thing. Hi, Paula. blend that top out with buff titanium. I don't know whether I've got enough to pull any back, but I just want a tiny little white highlight there, I think. So there's not a massive amount of grey you can see there because it's quite bright at the very front. Very quiet on YouTube. Is everyone okay? I sent you all to sleep. I'm trying to think what I'm going to do the shadow in. I'm going to do the shadow in my burnt umber. And the shadow starts from here and falls down in that direction. A little bit of a wood mark just above his tooth there. Okay, let's just keep going. Side filled in, so let's get him looking. He's got a lot more darker marks on this side. Just waiting for the bit where I can jump in and say go darker. Getting ready, are you? Hey Canadian Dragon, thank you. So yeah, it's very dark this side of the face. I don't want to go too dark to begin with though. And then that might give Erica an opportunity to tell me to go darker. A little bit there. A little bit grayer on this side of the face. I'm going to tone that down a bit. Bless you. Thank you, Kim. I am really annoyed with the algorithm at the minute. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't matter what I post. It just doesn't want to show anybody. Right, so I'm just going to get the grey down and then I'll go over. So he's got like a little bit that goes in that direction. Got a little bit over there, which then comes down there. I'm quite pleased with his head. I was a bit worried that I wouldn't get it looking woody enough. But no, he seems to be... Right, his cheek is pink here for some reason. So it's in a bit of a different spot to the other side. Nice. Yeah, it's really effective, the wood grain on it. Oh, you don't want to clean out as much. Oh, why does it have to be so small? Right, buff titanium. I'm going to fill in the moustache. Yeah, he's getting there, isn't he? He needs to be a little bit darker around on the shadow, but his nose is practically there. I find it really hard to leave anything paper white. I've never been the fan of doing that. Right, so we need, I'm just going to sharpen. Okay. Need to go a tiny bit stronger on that shadow. These need to be stronger. Oh, bless you. Thank you. So we need under the eyebrow, he's got a little bit of a mark here, and then under there, like I say, his features are a sticker. Hi. I'm really pleased with that. But I think the moustache needs pulling back a little bit. This is definitely too high just here, so I think we need to pull that back on the shape. In fact, even more. There's something satisfying about the shape of that head. I don't know what it is, but I do think it's worked particularly well. It's got like a highlight thingy across the top of his nose. I think I need to bring that. And then that, and then that will make that more visible. Okay, that actually goes across his eyebrow, so, not eyebrow, eye. So I can bring that across a bit more. That's better. So if we do his eyes, bright blue. I don't know if I've got any of that particular blue out. Well, you definitely set a challenge, Gary, because this has taken the best part of 2 hours. 2.5 hours, actually, because I started at 7:30, didn't I? Well, roughly 10 to 8 by the time I actually got started. Dare I say, I might just go straight in with black. You're enjoying the suffering, are you? Yeah, Gary's on YouTube. Trying to get his eyes even now, because I know that they're a bit uneven. He's turned at a slight angle as well, so he's not sort of straight on. Out how his eye looks like it's you're right. We have the tiniest thin line underneath where the sticker would be. I don't think it's helped either that his paint on his cheeks are in a different place. So that's not going to help either. But that's just me being that annoying perfectionist. Hi. Right, I'm going to do his hair and then we'll call it quits for this week. I wasn't expecting it to take this long. If I'm perfectly honest, I thought I could have this done in 2 hours. How ignorant was I? So, as requested, I'll be continuing the live feed on TikTok. And we'll be doing an attempt at a gingerbread house. Because apparently I'm glutton for punishment. They are way off, aren't they? It's not just me. Aerosol. Soften it again, and then I'll use the white. The pastel snake turned out. I know, right? It's crazy how quick pastel is. It's on my Facebook group. Haven't had a chance to put it in the blog yet. But if you're in the group, which I think you are, aren't you? It's on there. He does have more hair on this side. It's more forward facing. This seems to be sort of tucked behind his shoulder, whereas this set of hair is a lot more forward facing. Just got to lighten it on the edge here because that's where the light is behind him. Right. I think that's it for YouTube. Stay on if you're on TikTok, because I'll carry on, but we'll be doing the digital tutorial. I don't know if Board's still there. Are you still there, Board? I'm going to have to keep all the colours I've used separate for next week's live feed. Otherwise I'm not going to know what I used. Just basically those, I think. I think everything else can go away. Okay, so everyone on YouTube, thank you very much. And I'll see you again next week and we'll carry on with him. Everyone on TikTok, stay where you are. And yeah, have a good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever it is where you're watching from on YouTube. And I'll see you in the next one. So take care, everyone. Bye.